open arms.
It means a lot. It means that we have overcome a lot.
Marvin used to say he never had one good day at Brunswick High School. But almost 60 years later, looks like maybe he finally has. Steve Hartman on the road in Lawrenceville, Virginia.
Kindness can help right those wrongs. And that is tonight's CBS Evening News. I'm Nora O'Donnell. Good night and have a great weekend. And for those who celebrate Lashana Tova, Happy New Year.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 6. I'm Morgan Hoover. We start tonight with breaking news just into the WNKY newsroom. We're learning that Western Kentucky University police are investigating a threat made on social media against Hugh Poland Hall. Right now, they're asking all residents that are there to stay in their rooms. If you're in the area, they ask you to avoid it. Don't go near the building. Right now, police are on the scene. We're working to gather more information. We will keep you updated both on air and online. But right now, I want to go to Weather Chief Chris Allen for a first look at our forecast. Hey there, Chris.
Well, as you know, it is football frenzy night, and we've got a pretty good night ahead for any football games that are out and about in the southern Kentucky area. A few clouds may be coming in, but no rain. Kickoff time about 74 and falling into the 60s for halftime and the drive home. Everything should be fine around those times. It won't be until early tomorrow morning do we see some of these clouds that will begin to move in from our south and east, and then a few showers will start to pop up. But on radar right now, you're good to go for any games that you have scheduled for this evening. And of course, you can tune in for Football Frenzy coming up tonight at 10. In the meantime, we take a look back at our news. Morgan, tell us what's going on.
Tonight, a historic strike is underway against the big three automakers. Some 13,000 members of the United Auto Workers Union are walking the picket lines after negotiations broke down overnight. Though locally, it's business as usual. And that's because only certain locations are being targeted right now by the UAW. Picketers are out in force at the Stellantis plant in Toledo, Ohio. It's one of 3 locations being targeted. The others include a Ford final assembly and paint plant in Wayne, Michigan, and an assembly plant in Wentzville, Missouri. Workers, of course, picketing for better contracts and benefits, among other things, say they are willing to make sacrifices to get what they deserve. And I want to talk more about what that looks like locally. Right now, the local chapter of the UAW is not on strike, but that could change at any time. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey caught up with the local UAW president for a look at what's next.
In the biggest strike action in the 88-year history of the United Auto Workers Union, the president of the local 2164 prepares for any actions necessary for the workers at the GM Bowling Green assembly plant.
The word I'm using is we're in a holding pattern. You know, I was on the shop floor a little bit this morning, last night. We're in a holding pattern, waiting for President Fain or Vice President Booth to give us more direction as we get more days into this labor strike.
This holding pattern means that everything at this point is up in the air as to which location is next for a workers' strike, or if negotiations will come to a timely resolution. Only time will tell.
It could be a minute from now, it could be 5 days from now. If Bowling Green Local 2164 is giving any direction to do what happened last night. We are prepared. We've been preparing for about a month now.
This preparation goes beyond thinking of workers right here in Bowling Green. The local is thinking about UAW workers across the United States and how they can help stand in solidarity with them.
Wentzville, large facility, 3-shift operation. They're out now, and what is being asked of all of us is to support those members in some way be it take up some collections, food pantry, just words of encouragement.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, this is Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
All right, Tucker, and we are also hearing from the UAW president in Louisville, where workers are also not part of the initial strike. The president there says that could change over the weekend.
We're ready to go as far as it takes to get an agreement. We're mindful of the process. We're mindful of the families that it's affecting. There's a lot of uncertainties out there, but right now we are focusing, even with not being selected as a current target, we're focusing on trying to put together the best plan forward so we can continue to keep a perimeter around our members and our local.
President Biden commenting on the auto workers strike this morning as he called on manufacturers to go further in their offers to the union. The reality is there's not much Biden can do in the process aside from applying pressure.
Let's be clear. No one wants a strike. Say it again. No one wants a strike. But I respect workers' right to use their options under the collective bargaining system. And I understand the workers' frustration.
A possible strike could happen at our local manufacturing plants at any time as the UAW continues to plan what they call targeted strikes. We'll continue to follow the story and bring you the latest updates. Recently, the Biden administration announced plans to withhold money from schools that have hunting and archery programs. Senator Rand Paul says that will negatively impact Kentucky schools. News 40 spoke with Senator Paul this week. He is introducing a bill called the Educating Responsible Future Hunters Act. With several hundred archery programs implemented in schools across Kentucky and the U.S., Paul says that teaching marksmanship, hunting, and gun skills in schools is a valuable skill to many Kentuckians.
Actually teaches people safety and makes them more likely not to have an accident. But archery simply is just a sport as well. There are people who hunt with archery, but it's also a sport. I don't know who in their right mind would think banning this is somehow going to be helpful. So I think there's going to be a pushback, and we're going to see if we can do everything we can to reverse this rule.
News 40 will keep you up to date with any further changes in the decision to end funding towards school archery programs. In health news now, South Central Kentucky is known for its vast cave system. The delicate karst and formations far underground attract visitors from all over the world. But it's also what lurks below the surface that can be dangerous to those who call this area home. News 40's Corinna Shadowan has the story.
South Central Kentucky's karst landscape and underground cave system is a hot spot for radon, raising significant concern for residents in our area.
A lot of the limestones carry some uranium that decays to radon, so it becomes a gas that is hazardous to human health. And so the cave systems appear to be a good delivery system for radon gas into homes and businesses and any infrastructure.
You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, but there's a good chance it may be hiding in your home.
Radon is going to migrate anywhere that it can, and it will fill any space, particularly lower pressure areas like basements, because basements are kind of a hollow spot, obviously. So basements are notoriously potential hazard area for radon in a home.
Experts say there are close to 21,000 cases of lung cancer in the U.S. every year due to radon exposure, one of the most common causes for lung cancer in non-smokers.
Radon exposure is significant. It has a lot of effects on the health and the well-being of the body. It is estimated that if you have a high radon level in your house, it's the equivalent of smoking 8 cigarettes a day or having 200 chest x-rays over the course of a calendar year.
So how do you know if there are dangerous levels of radon in your home? You can purchase radon test kits online and at hardware stores and other retail locations throughout our area. In South Central Kentucky, because local matters, Corinna Shadowan, WNKY News 40.
Thanks, Corinna. More local news now. Here's something for the Warren County Public School District to celebrate. Third grade teacher Amber Dwyer at Alvaton Elementary receives a Kentucky Teacher Achievement Award from the Kentucky Department of Education. Officials say the award honors exceptional educators who go above and beyond to support Kentucky's future leaders.
In my essays, I wrote about how I think it's really important to build relationships with students. So I always tell other teachers and other people I meet that be the person that you needed when you were young, and that's what I strive to do every day.
Dwyer was one of 22 teachers across the Commonwealth chosen for the distinct honor. Well, jumping back into the work week after the weekend, it's never easy, but when Monday is the first day of Cheeseburger Week, it's a little easier to slide right in. News 40's Noah Fairburn really took one for the team today to see what Cheeseburger Week is all about.
That's right, Morgan. As you can tell, I am not the hugest fan of cheeseburgers, but local restaurants are gearing up for the first ever Cheeseburger Week in Bowling Green. I learned more about what this week plans to offer and spoke to 2 local restaurants about what their specialties are. Take a look.
In honor of National Cheeseburger Day, the Bowling Green Convention and Visitors Bureau decided to create a Cheeseburger Week.
Cheeseburger Week actually came to fruition. The idea came from none other than Guy Fieri. Everyone knows he came through town earlier this summer, and he stopped by the Stingray Grill and he spotlighted their Stingray Grill burger. And we were like, we have a nationally recognized cheeseburger in Bowling Green. Not many other cities can say that.
Local restaurants will participate in the week by offering their favorite burgers, including Burger and Bowl and Pub by Novo.
For the Burger Week, what are we doing here at the pub for the whole week? It's definitely going to be a surprise. So I'm not telling you right now what it is, but come and check us out.
And downtown at 440 Main, they've put their own Cajun twist on a classic.
Unfortunately, we're not open on Monday. On Tuesday every week, we have a burger special every week. All 4 of our burgers are $7.95. We're also going to have our Lanyap burger on a special next week.
If you eat at one of these or many more restaurants in the area, you could be entered to win a prize pack.
Go to our website, look at the list of restaurants that are participating in Cheeseburger Week, pick whichever one you want to dine at, and then go order their special that's on our website. Take a picture of the burger, or you enjoying the burger, or your friend enjoying the burger. Post it to social media, whichever platform. We're on all of them. Tag the restaurant, tag Visit BGKY, and then we will reshare it, and you'll be entered to win this prize package.
Now, some of those other restaurants participating include Rafferty's, Mellow Mushroom, and even Cheney's Dairy Barn. For a full list of participating restaurants, go to visitbgky.com/cheeseburger. Morgan?
All right, Noah, thank you very much. Still to come on News 40 at 6, Americans have hit the $1 trillion mark in credit card debt. And students are carrying the brunt of that. So what are they buying? We'll explain in just a bit, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is in after the break with a full look at our forecast. Right now, you're taking a live look at the Bowling Green Ballpark. Looks beautiful out there. He'll tell us what we can expect to see over the weekend right after this.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Andy Bashir is lying about sex change surgery for kids.
Those procedures don't happen here in Kentucky.
That's not true. Bashir knows it, and medical records prove it.
LGBTQ advocates and the governor said these surgeries weren't happening. A newly discovered letter from UK Healthcare conflicts with that claim.
If Andy Bashir will lie about sex change surgery for kids,
Those procedures don't happen here in Kentucky.
what else is he lying about?
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
We're all born with the good in us. We're all in need of love. Dreams get torn, but we stand up, making a change that is calling us. Beautiful world, beautiful people, boys and girls, we're all made equal. So clap your hands, get up and dance. Beautiful world, beautiful people.
Morris Jewelry is this area's independent and trusted source for diamonds. We're an experienced direct diamond importer, and custom design is our specialty. With diamond engagement rings starting at $33 per month, our prices can't be beat.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. You don't even have to leave your couch. Then, just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. Now back to this.
Want the best seat to see the big game? Ford's can help, and it can be right in your home. This ultra plush chaise rocking recliner features extra padded seats and full body support for only $5.99. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
September 22nd to the 24th, the second annual Sky Arts Film Festival is taking place at the historic Capitol Theater, featuring films made locally and around the world. Purchase passes online at www.skyartsfilmfestival.com.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, we just saw outside. It looks beautiful out there.
Yeah, it's too bad the Hot Rods don't have a game tonight out there, because it would just be perfect for something like that. But we do have football frenzy.
Yes.
And everybody's out playing, football tonight. Local games, of course, tonight at 10. You can join the guys for all that coverage. In the meantime, looking good as we look live from some of the Kentucky Mesonet cameras. One of those down in Todd County near Elkton, coming in at 78 and a crystal blue sky from that vantage point. And then we go south and east of us over toward Monroe County and Tompkinsville. Beautiful blue sky, temperature at 79. We'll see all of these weather camera sites tonight. Starting to see a few more clouds, especially later on this evening. But don't worry, if you're out at a football game, there's not going to be any rain tonight. All of that will start tomorrow morning and then more so into the afternoon. So it looks like our high today is going to land at 81. 53 was our low this morning, and it felt especially nice, well below the average of 60 for the average low temperature. And right now, everybody is pleasant. Wherever there's a football game this evening, you're good to go with temperatures in the 70s, 79 right now at the Mesonet site here in Bowling Green with a dew point of 53 already, some 40, upper 40 dew point showing up. So that means again tonight, some of you will be closer to the 50-degree mark for overnight lows. And looking live from our tower cam in Smiths Grove, 79 at the airport, northeast wind at 6. Look at that humidity, only 41%. Take a jacket with you this evening if you're going out to football games in the area, because it will be just, a little chilly at times, especially later on. Here's a look at the future map here, and you can see over the next 40 hours, high pressure still in control and no rain here, but we have this disturbance that is going to push in from our south and east and bring that moisture back into southern Kentucky out ahead of the main cold front, which is still back to the west. So this is what we're going to see early tomorrow morning. Just a few scattered light showers, not a big deal. As we get into the afternoon, there will be a couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm, but as the front comes through on Sunday, I think that'll be the better chance of getting some showers and thunderstorms in the area. And it's not going to be a lot of rain, maybe up to a quarter inch in some cases. 55 tonight, increasing clouds and cool, and then your 7-day forecast is calling for that chance of showers tomorrow, 78. 77 with showers ending Sunday. After that, mid to upper 70s to low 80s for much of next week. And we're back with more News 40 at 6, right after you take a look at what's coming up on CBS 40 tonight.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living. Your new home is protected with a 210 warranty and backed by our full-time service department. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com, because life is too precious to be put on hold.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
brother Tim was paralyzed at Disney World. We got to see what happens when you're poor and you got a big injury, and we ended up hiring the wrong lawyer. When I see these clients in my lobby, I see my brother Tim, and I don't want him or them to ever have that kind of representation. I want them to have their best chance of winning and the best chance to put their life back together the best way they can.
We've got the drinks and good times. Now all we need is you. The 8th annual Bourbon and Brew Fest presented by the Mint Gaming Hall is back Saturday, October 21st at Bowling Green Ballpark. We have an expansive selection of bourbons, craft beers, mixed drinks, and more. Plus, sip while shopping, specialty vendors all around the ballpark. VIP ticket holders can enjoy the Heaven Hill VIP experience in the Performance Food Club, while premium ticket holders can take part in the Premium Lounge. Tickets start at just $50 and are on sale now at bgbrewfest.com or by calling 270-901-2121.
Dog's Day Out is South Central Kentucky's 5-paw rated dog resort. Whether for the day or a whole vacation, Dog's Day Out will keep your pets safe and loved. Dog's Day Out offers boarding, daycare, agility courses, positive reinforcement training, grooming, and more. With multiple packages to choose from, pamper your pup any way you see fit. Find out more at dgOKY.com. Your dog's home away from home. Dog's Day Out.
Credit card debt is at an all-time high, and it's often college students who carry a balance with interest rates topping 20%. So what are students buying? Christine Lazar has the story.
College student Florentino Gonzalez uses his credit card for essentials like groceries and has around $1,000 in credit card debt.
$1,000 is still a massive amount of money for me as of right now.
A survey by U.S. News and World Report found 42% of college students are carrying credit card debt. And for 28% of them, that debt exceeds $2,000.
If you consider they probably also have student loan debt they're going to have to pay off when they get out of college, when you add credit card debt to that, that can really put them behind as soon as they graduate from college.
Credit card expert Beverly Harzog says the majority of students in debt didn't get there with impulse spending. Nearly half say they used their cards for school-related expenses, like books and fees. The other half say they need it for living expenses. And it appears students may not be fully educated on credit card terms and conditions. In the survey, only 19% knew how a credit score is measured.
I think this is where parents can really step in, make sure they understand how personal finance works so that they're prepared.
Harzog says if possible, students should avoid using the credit card until they can pay off the balance.
I pay it off every month on time. So if not, then what happens.
Well, stay with us. News 40's Maxwell Trink is in the studio with a look at sports right after this.
Hey y'all, it's Bree. Don't miss this week's episode of the Pie Queen's Pantry. I'm gonna spice up your life with my favorite trail mix. See you this week at the Pie Queen's Pantry.
We were part of a thriving ministry. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we were told that we had to stop.
It was a tragic time for the church. And Governor Beshear he didn't seem to care.
He shut down all the churches in Kentucky, leaving our congregations, our communities, without any support when they needed it the most.
And I know that there's some churches, even in our own community, that never reopened.
We need a change in government.
And he can't be trusted to govern Kentucky ever again.
We all want our kids to have a future here in Kentucky. That's why I'm working hard to bring more jobs here. Companies big and small are setting up all over Kentucky, revitalizing communities and creating thousands of good-paying jobs. Over 46,000 more jobs than we had before COVID. Unemployment has never been lower, and we've helped hundreds of businesses launch or expand. This is Kentucky's future. Our economy is on fire. Let's keep it going.
At Spring Hill Pharmacy, we constantly see people coming in trying to pack mom and dad's pill boxes every month. This can be time-consuming, and a lot of times people realize the medications are not being taken correctly. Wouldn't it be nice to have a pharmacy that actually packages the medication for them to eliminate the confusion? That's what we want to accomplish here at Spring Hill Pharmacy. Spring Hill Pharmacy, where helping people is what we do. Visit us on Russellville Road in Bowling Green.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan's fee is free. If you don't win your case, you pay nothing. It's easy. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. I think I'm starting to get this.
Name an animal the wife doesn't mind her husband calling her.
Piggy.
Don't do that.
Family Feud. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30.
Welcome to sports. Tonight is football frenzy, and an in-town rivalry is being renewed after more than half a decade. Our football frenzy game of the week is a crosstown matchup between Glasgow and Barron County. The Trojans are coming off their first loss of the season against Monroe County. Quarterback Tate Spillman has accounted for most of the Trojans' points on the year, and while only passing for just 1 touchdown, he's been able to rush across the goal line 7 times. Trojans head coach Tommy Muse discussed how his team is moving on after last week's loss.
Monroe last week, kids kind of a little too confident after starting out 3-0, and we laid an egg there. We just try to match up with their personnel the best we can is what we're doing. One's a big play guy for them. We just can't let stuff behind us. We got to make them earn their touchdowns with long drives and not 1 or 2 plays on us.
And the Glasgow Scotties are a perfect 4-0 on the year. Ahead of this rivalry game, this year's contest renews a matchup that hasn't taken place back since 2016, in which Glasgow bested the Trojans 49-12. Scotty's offensive coordinator John Myers spoke on how his team has looked all season and how they're preparing for Barron County.
I think we've done some good things, and we've also got a lot of things that we can work on. I think we've really spent a lot of time working on our passing game throughout the summer, and I think it's paying dividends. We've been able to be very efficient in our passing game and still been able to be very efficient in our running game as well. We know that Barron County is going to be excited. We know that they're going to play hard. We know they're a physical football team, and we're going to have to execute very well to put up some points.
Well, WNKY Volleyball was back in action this morning at Diddle Arena, tipping off the Alyssa Kavanaugh Classic. Team hosted Ball State in their first of 2 matches today. WNKY took the match in 4 sets, taking 3 of them, locking down their 8th win of the year. The Tops are currently in action inside of Diddle Arena. They're hosting East Tennessee State. WNKY Soccer was back in action last night, kicking off Conference USA play. The Tops hosted conference rival MTSU at the WKU Soccer Complex, and the Tops came out aggressive at playing in the first half. Netting 3 goals before intermission. WKU held the lead in the second half, picking up a win. Final score 3-0. The team will be back on the grass next Sunday against Jacksonville State. And WNKY football is gearing up for a massive road game on Saturday. The Tops are set to visit the 6th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. WNKU is coming off a dominant win over Houston Christian. This will be a big test for WNKU's high-powered offense and talented defense for head coach Tyson Helton. He's excited for his guys to get some national recognition.
You know, we talk about all the time being part of the national conversation. If you want to be a part of that conversation, you got to go to places like Ohio State and show out. So and that's why our guys look forward to these games.
And the Tennessee Titans are ready to face the Los Angeles Chargers this week. Both teams are 0-1 on the year after the Titans lost on the road to the Saints, and the Chargers fell to the Dolphins in an offensive showcase. This is the first home game of the year for the Titans in 2023, so you won't want to miss it. That's going to be on CBS 40 this Sunday at noon. Of course, football frenzy tonight, 10 o'clock. Very excited about it. Chris, I'm really hoping the weather's going to be all right.
It's going to be absolutely perfect.
Great.
For football. I mean, tonight you got to tune in at 10 to find out how your favorite teams did locally. Tonight, no rain, but tomorrow morning some showers, and then we'll see about 78 or so for a high. Scattered showers, a few thunderstorms early Sunday, then those will be clearing out. After that, back to the fall-like weather.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you at home for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tonight at 10 for Football Frenzy. You won't want to miss it.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day, News 40 sunrise way. I'm waking up my day, WNKY. Yeah, we're the force to get you right.
starting at 6.
The Garcias you know and love now has an exciting new location in downtown Bowling Green. Experience Garcia's Bar and Grill at Stadium Plaza, downtown Bowling Green.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Warren County Public Schools is hosting a bus driver and monitor job fair Saturday, September 23rd, 8 to noon. Bus monitor starting salary $14 per hour. Bus driver starting salary $17.68 per hour. You can also apply now at warrencountyschools.org.
Established in 1973, the Stuart Ritchie Service Group is your local one-call solution. Stuart Ritchie's Service Group of trained technicians offers HVAC, plumbing, electrical, refrigeration, and fire protection. Commercial, industrial, and residential, Stuart Ritchie is prepared to help with emergencies and necessary repairs or maintenance. We provide high-quality service and are available 24/7 in order to keep you up and running. Call the Stuart Ritchie Service Group, your one-call solution.
My name's Al Fazalahi. I had a terrible T-bone accident. When I hung up the phone with Morgan & Morgan, I felt a huge amount of relief. They were in touch with me every step of the way and made things extremely simple for me. It was beyond easy dealing with them.
It's time to play Family Feud. Give it up for Steve Harvey.
Get some money. How y'all? I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. We got a good one for you today, returning for their second date from San Antonio, Texas. It's the champs. It's the Peterson family. And from Cleveland, Ohio, my homies, it's the Rico family. Cleveland, baby. Everybody's here trying to win themselves some cash, and somebody might have a shot driving out of here to break.